I did send out the a little blurb here uh, for this clinic, thinking that, well, maybe people might want to print it out and then use it to take notes, because we're going
Right.
to go to the website in just a little bit. I kind of got that idea from the fellow that did the clinic last month on the brass.
George. Yeah.
Yeah, George Tobin. He sent out his um, presentation first, and that was good because I used his presentation to take my notes. So, so today we're going to cover the NMRA website. I'm going to cover the public portion and the member portion, and they are two distinctly different things. And you can think of the member portion as your website capabilities, and the public is for everybody else, of course. And there are some distinct differences in what the public can see and do and what we can see and do. So that's why I thought we'd take a look at this a little bit. On the public part, there's a number of tabs on a red ribbon. And then there's the member login portion, and we'll talk about that, the search boxes, and then the blue ribbon on the public portion. And the reason I mention that is those tabs are very distinctly different places to go to when you go to the websites. And there's some additional information on the home screen as well, and all the other screens too. So the member login is up in the upper right-hand corner of your public portion of the website. And you do need to have an email address to get into the member portion of the website. And that email address has to be the one that NMRA has on file. So if you're using an email address different than what the NMRA has, you won't get into the member portion of the website. But anyway, you would create your password using your registered email and um, log in this way. And then you would only need to do that once if you save your email on your device. I'm sorry, your email and your password on your device. And then I'll show you how that works if you've saved it. If you don't know what um, email if you've never been to the member side and you don't know what email the NMRA has for you, then you could contact a membership chairman, or in this case, it'd be Greg. He has a list of the emails that NMRA has on file for you, and then you'll be able to use this login.
Yeah, and I
Member
might add,
page, I beg your pardon?
I might add that if for some reason, like I did, I registered with my work email and then tried to log in after I'd lost access to that and couldn't remember my password. So if you get into that situation, you actually have to call them.
Yeah,
Or at
you'll
least
call
that's
them,
what I did.
and I'm going to show you two ways to do that in today's presentation. Okay, so the top right tabs will change after you log in, because then it will say, and this is on the public page, it'll say member info and log out. And then you'll have additional tabs in a new red ribbon, and we'll look at that in just a few minutes. On the member page, the main tabs are the benefits and directory, data sheets, publications, and a number of other things. And we're going to talk about the differences between the store that's on the public page and the store that's on the member page. And we'll also talk about a couple other things that are different between the public and member page. The store on the member page will be the one that you'll get your discounts. The store on the public page, you will not get your discounts. So you got to use the correct store. Um, the digital magazine is something that they started new in the last year and a half or two. Yeah, maybe it was April last year. And that digital magazine uses a third-party app. And so I'll show you how to log into that to get to the digital magazine. And you can still use the same email address that you used for your member login, but you will need to create a new password for that. And because it is a separate website. It has nothing to do with the NMRA. They've contracted with Zeneo, and Zeneo is actually, it's Zeneo Unlimited is the name of the web company that does magazines. And you could go to Zeneo, by the way, and create your own login and password with them. And I think it's about $9 a month, and you could get up to 5,000 different magazines and see those. So Zeneo is a big conglomerate thing that does all kinds of online magazines. It requires a separate login. You can use the same email address, and you create a new password. And there are instructional videos, and we'll take a quick look at those, but I'm not going to cover them. But there's instructional videos, but I'll show you how to get to it anyway. So on the NMRA magazine, the initial sign up is this screen. Can you see my mouse move?
Yes.
Okay. The initial sign up for the digital magazines is this screen over here, and that's where you'll you use your email address, you'll create a new password, confirm it, hit sign up down here at the bottom. And you can also click this little box right here, be the first magazine exclusive offers, discounts, whatever. I found out if I click that, I got an automatic email that told me when the new edition was available to view. So like when the February issue came out, I saw it like 2 weeks before I got it in the mail. So that's kind of handy. And then once you've signed in or signed up, excuse me, then the next time you want to go to the digital magazine, you would use this screen on the right where all you need is your email and your
This is
password.
what I'm trying to find.
I beg pardon? Oh, hi, Alan. How you doing?
Because
Yeah.
I think I was Alan.
Okay.
Yep, Alan. Alan's black is in the black. No photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good to see you here. So the next time you get to the digital magazine, you would just sign in and hit your password, and if you've got it saved, it makes it easy. And I'll show you that too as we get to it. And then in the digital magazine area, now we got, since it's a separate website, you've got a whole brand new set of ribbons and tabs and things that you can use for the digital magazine. And we'll go over those as well. So I'll show you how all that works. The nice thing about that digital magazine is towards the bottom here, it says magazines. This is where you can read the entire digital magazine, or you can bookmark an article, or you can bookmark or archive an entire magazine. And I'll show you how to do that. All right, so that was that. Excuse me. We're going to go to the website now. And whoops.
While you're doing that,
Yeah.
is the digital magazine the same as the published magazine that comes out monthly?
Yes, it's exactly the same magazine, and I'll show you that. If you've got,
Okay, thank you.
if you've got a magazine handy that you've received in the mail, you can compare that. Now, I've gone to the website. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So this is the website that you would see as soon as you go to nmra.org, and you would see this front screen. And just like in my presentation a few minutes ago, the top part is the red ribbon I described, and there's a number of items up there. And on the right-hand side is the member login and registration part. And then the blue ribbon has got other pull-down menus. And as you go down the page, there's other miscellaneous information. Here's something about the magazine. Coming up is the Surfliner convention, so you can click on that and register for the Long Beach convention. We had one in 2004, I think it was, in Long Beach, and I did the program for that. So it was a lot of fun. So getting back up here, the red ribbon, the public can buy stuff from the NMRA, and they would hit the NMRA store. They would go to this page. I'm going to use this as an example. if the public wants to buy the gauges, they would hit shop now. And right there, if you're an HO guy, you would buy the gauges and they're $16, right? And
Yeah.
we'll talk about that a little bit later, okay?
Mhm.
Let's go back to the home page, hit home. And now right here, home, now we're back to the home page. The achievement program, contests, SIGs, all these kind of things the public can see and interact with. The partnership program is right here, and you'll see that it lists all the partners that that the NMRA is registered with. You can see some of this stuff at the member login page as well, and I'll get to that when we get there.
But what's really handy, I see, is that they actually have the websites for the different partners
Right,
listed.
so like if you want to go to the
That's-
CB train station, you can hit
That's
that,
useful.
and it says this connection not private, show detail, whatever, and so it depends on how you got your computer set up as to whether you can get to it or not.
Oh.
So, all right, so in the news, there's usually something about a couple little things that's going on with the NMRA right now. The biggest thing I would say is the NMRA elections, and if you click on that, you can vote. And I think that's got to be done before the 2nd of March. So you might want to do that after the meeting's over.
Why isn't that in the members in the members part? Only members should be voting, right?
Yeah, so if you go here, you can click
I guess
on
it will
everything, but one of the
require
things
you,
it's going to ask you for is your
is your
NMRA
number. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna ask you for your membership number. Okay.
Right, so they will compare that with their current roster, and if you're not paid up in dues, you won't be able to process your vote. So,
Send you a bill.
so under membership, there's all kinds of things here. We talked about finding out about your email address. Right here at the bottom, it says request for membership information and changes. You click on that and you can put in your name, your NMRA number and all that kind of stuff. And here you can, where was it? Oh, right here. You could put your address, your email address right here. They will put it then on file, and then you'll be able to create a member login. So if you forgot your email address or whatever, this is one of the ways you would fill that out. Hit the submit button at the bottom, and somebody in the office takes care of that in probably short order. Or I think that Greg said he called them somehow. I don't, probably down here at
Yeah.
the bottom where it says contact us.
This is 4 years
there-
ago that I did that, so
Yeah.
yeah,
right.
that's,
So
I
here's-
called one of those numbers and
Yeah,
they,
here's the phone numbers for the association and the officers' addresses and all that kind of stuff. So you can
That's
get
a-
the, beg pardon?
As you say, as a result of that call, they
Yeah, right.
decided to put it right here on the website. You could change it. See?
Yeah, so it's all here now, we hope. There's other things, let me go back to the homepage here for a minute. I was going to show you down here at the bottom where it says organization and structures. These things right here are the NMRA bylaws, policies, procedures, and all that kind of stuff. For some reason, these used to be a clickable links, and they don't click anymore. However, if you go to over here and click on government documents, you will get a new page, the executive
there.
handbook, and right there's the bylaws and the policies and procedures, and they open up. So for some reason, they don't click back on the homepage anymore, but they do in that little box that I just showed you.
Gotta
So,
know that. See?
yeah, so you can still get to them. Education, there's all kinds of things. This is, if you've got a new person that's just now getting into the hobby, hit that beginner's guide, and there's all kinds of things here about starting and how to build a model railroad and tools, weathering, operations, all that kind of stuff is right here for a new guy. The achievement program is again here. And that's one thing you're going to find out. There's a lot of places where the tabs are repeated in different menus. So we saw achievement program up here. We see it again here, and you'll see it probably in the members area, for instance, and there's other categories as well that are repeated in many places. So it's easy to find this stuff if you just poke around a little bit. And you think you've lost it or whatever, but it's actually there. Standards are recommended practices, conformance inspection, modules, library, other groups, manufacturers links. This is a kind of a fun one because you can find manufacturers from all over the world that are doing model railroading things, and it's a very extensive list. I'll cover a couple little things here and then we'll jump into the member. Regions and divisions and region conventions. If you go to region conventions, you can go find ours, for instance, Midwest region. And there we have right there our round logo. All right. And our convention website is right here. So it's easy to find this stuff if the guys just poke around a little bit. Let me get back out of here. I'm going back to home. National Train Show, National Conventions, all there. So you can find, not only can you find it under regions, but you can find it under conventions. So like I said, there's a lot of repeatable stuff here. One of the things I wanted to point out, when you go to regions and divisions, a lot of people think that all they have is the NMRA magazine. But if you go down here under regions and divisions, you can say, okay, if you're interested in British stuff, for instance, you could click on that particular region's division and maybe it'll show up. Oh, here we are. Okay. So you could go here and you could find out stuff about British railroading, meeting dates and so forth at another division, another region that you might be traveling. I did that a few years ago. I was in Albany, New York, and I just happened to have my NMRA magazine with me, and I was paging through it and found out they were having a region convention in Albany the week I was there. And of course, I wouldn't have known it unless I'd looked it up. And so I spent 4 or 5 days in Albany that I didn't plan on. So that was pretty good.
That's great. I'll have to check up on Cincinnati every time I go down there.
There you go.
See what's happening.
Yeah. So the thing is that these regions and division tabs will take you to a wealth of additional magazines and newsletters and items of interest that you may not even think about. Jim Sensor does a thing called NMRA at Home. I believe that's the one he does. And he goes to these places and he picks out stuff and puts it in the NMRA magazine, but all this stuff is available to you as well. So let me go back to home here. I always like to go back to where I was. Calendar of events. If you go to the calendar and you go to, here's February. If you go to March, April, May, and there we are around the Bend Convention. Again, you click on that and you find our convention. Right. So if you look at the calendar, you can find out different things that are happening in different parts of the world while you're traveling, and be able to take part in those things. So here we are right here with information about our convention. So it's easy to find this stuff if you got some idea of how to work these tabs, and that's the whole idea of putting this little convention or little presentation together. So that's pretty much it on the home page that the public sees. If there's no questions, I want to jump into member login so we can see that part of the website. So up here in the upper right hand corner, it says member login and registration. So if you've never been there before, have all you guys been into the member login?
I have.
I don't know, Ron, have you?
No, I have not.
Rod,
I have not.
Jim?
I honestly don't remember, so I
Okay.
figure I probably haven't.
Okay, all right. So again, you'll need your current on file email address. So you would just go up
Yep.
here, hit member login.
Know that.
Beg pardon?
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
mine is already showing here, my NMRA.org member login address. It comes right up. If you've got it on file, that will usually show up right there, so you don't have to try to remember it. They show it to you right at the login. If you don't know what it is, or it's the first time you're logging in, you may have to put that address in here. So all I need to do is click on this. I have saved my password, so my password shows up right here. And if you've not logged in before, you would go down here and you would say, I need a username and I register now, or I'm not a member and I want to join today. You could actually join the NMRA right from this point. So we're just going to hit log in. And this will take us to a new screen. And here's where we see an additional ribbon across the bottom now, a new ribbon underneath the blue one. So we are at the member home. Says my login was successful. And now I see additional information that I can use at my disposal from the NMRA website. Number one is the benefits. You have the NMRA interchange. I am not going to cover the NMRA interchange today. That is, again, a third-party website. I think it's called Discord.
Yes,
Is that right, Greg?
it is.
Yeah, Discord.
Don't want to interchange
Yeah.
Discord, do we?
I I don't know. I don't use it, so I have not. I can't put it in this presentation because I can't explain it because I've never used it. Again, you can hit the partnership program. That's the same as the one up here. So you can get down here where I'm supposed to be. Member discount program. This is kind of fun if you're traveling again and you know what state you're going to be in. Jim goes to Ohio. Here's Ohio, Hoosier Valley, or Hocking Valley Scenic Railroad. That's kind of a fun place to be, by the way.
I
You
know where that
can here you
is. I
get
haven't been
10%
there.
member discount. Beg
That's
pardon?
up on I say I know where Hocking Valley is.
Yeah.
Cincinnati isn't at all close to it. It's up in northeastern Ohio.
Yeah.
But if I
Anyway,
ever get
so
up that way.
yeah, but anyway, here's a 10% discount for
Yeah,
the member and 3 other people. So so if you're traveling in another state and you know you're going to be there for a while, you might want to go to this member discount program. Let's go back to member home. I should mention there's other things on the member home. There's the NMRA at home. Click it right there. That'll take you to, I think that's the Jim Sensor stuff. The president's car is something that is in the NMRA magazine, but you can also see the last few issues right here. If that's not enough that you want to see, you could view all of them and you'll get this screen and you'll go back many years. Here's, I think, 9 or 10 pages of these things of just the president's car article out of the NMRA magazine. So the thing about the the thing about the member portion of the NMRA website, it mirrors the NMRA magazine quite well. All the different departments that are in the NMRA magazine are going to be on the member info portion of the website. So the bulletin, which is the original NMRA magazine, was called the Bulletin. Well, the Bulletin still exists in the NMRA magazine, and you'll be able to see it here as well. The member at home, or home at NMRA. If we look at other portions from the publication, the turntable, the dispatch, all those president's car, all those things are in the NMRA magazine, but they're also on the website. So I think there's a category that you can join where you don't get the magazine. But if you are in that category, you can find, of course, the magazine online as the archive or digital magazine, and you can find all these past articles that you don't have to have on your bookshelf at home. Let's go back to member home. By the way, you've seen me hit the home button and the member home button a couple times. If you get lost, like if I go to the partnership program, you see I've lost my red ribbon right here. All right, there's a couple ways to get back to that. If you go to membership on the red ribbon and you hit member home and you've already logged in, it'll take you back to that. Or let's use another one, partnership program. Here I've lost my red ribbon again. I could right click and go back, right? That takes me back. I'm going to show you another couple ways so that in case you get lost on the website. Here I've lost my red ribbon again. I could hit the back arrow on the web page, and that, or on the browser rather, that takes me back to this. And there's one more way too, I found out. If I'm lost, I'm still there. Let's go here. I'm lost. I could go hit member info when you're logged in. And this will take you back to the member home red ribbon, and it will also give you everything that the NMRA has on file for you. There's your number, or my number in this case. I became a life member in May 30, 1991. Here's my phone numbers, address, my name, and all that kind of stuff. So hit member home, and that takes you back to the member home homepage. Model railroad directory.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I go back a minute?
Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely.
I think I've been a member 3 times. I wonder if that tells me if they go back and find that.
From my experience, like if I go to member info up here in the right-hand corner, and you'll see my name and membership joined on May 30, 1991. It does not show my previous membership because I've actually been a member since 1972. So this changed when I changed my membership category. So I suspect, Ron, it's only going to show your last category.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it doesn't show me as a regular member back in 72, but it shows me joined in 91, and I think that was because my category changed from regular member to life.
Yeah, my early time would probably be in the 80s, 1980s.
Yeah. So anyway, model railroad directory. If you're traveling around and you want to find you can see all these little tick marks or whatever on this map. In my case, if I type in PCE, which is my railroad, and I do a search, it comes up with Chuck Hart Pacific Central and Eastern Railroad. If I click on that, then I get all the information about my model railroad and a picture and my website, and so a little bit about operations, my location, phone number, and all that kind of stuff. Of course, you have to put that in there, but you can find other model railroads if the fellows have put their, or the people have put their information in the model railroad directory. To use it, here's the introduction, club listings, questions, and so forth. All that is right there on that directory page. So, somebody have a question? I know we're going through this rather quickly, but
No, I think that's just really cool. Yeah. People populate that with their layouts. That's really neat.
right. And the other location that you can find railroads would be back up here on the public page where it says SIGs.
Oh, yeah.
You could go to the Operation SIG maybe and find something there. and that type of thing. Okay, so data sheets. On the blue ribbon, you got standards and recommended practices. And those are the most current ones, all right? But under data sheets on the member site, you've got the legacy data sheets, and these are really, really handy because there's just a ton of information on these legacy data sheets. I see people asking, how wide should a road be? All right. And you can find out that kind of stuff in this legacy data sheet thing. Structures, electrical, operation, prototype stuff. It's just full of old data articles and information. I mean, here's nothing but scenery in this block. Tools. So kind of a fun place to go. Again, every time you go to one of these pages, you'll see new menus over on the right-hand side to help you get back to different parts of the website. So don't discount these things over here on the right-hand side. They're always popping up to help you lead you back to a different spot. So we'll go back to the home page here. Promo materials. This is mostly designed for people that are putting on conventions or conferences, or they want to promote the NMRA in some way. There's all kinds of information here for recruitment and logos. If you're doing a specific newsletter, you want to make sure you take the logo that's off of this page, so it's sanctioned from the NMRA. Don't make up your own logo. The NMRA logo, that is. You can make up your own logo for your to promote your convention or meet or so forth. Okay, so before we get into publications, I want to go to the store. And what did we price these gauges at?
16, I think.
See how much they are as a member?
Whoa, that's a big drop.
There's a big drop. So if you're going to buy an NMRA product and you are an NMRA member, make sure you create your own member login so you can use the store as a member and not the store as a public person. Just going, going to the website on the public domain. You can see all these prices are much less than what they are up here on this store on the public domain. So
Did you check on the convention cars over here product? I think you'd have to, these are all gauges, so you have to go up to that.
Oh,
There, the
yeah.
the blue button, product categories, and then go to convention cars. Wonder what they've got there. Just a couple.
Yeah, there's just a couple. Excuse me.
Wow, still typical tangent kind of price. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I don't know, there's probably more available, but
It's all right. Just was curious. Thank you.
yeah, right. So let's go back here to member home. That was the store. Make sure you use the store as a member and not the store as a from the public domain. The next, I think this is the last thing I want to cover, and there's a few things here. This is publications. A little history on the store, by the way. Years and years and years ago, and I don't know exactly how far back, at our conventions, we used to have a room called the company store. And divisions and regions and national used to sell stuff at the company store. They would have collections like Jim was asking about convention cars. if we had convention cars left over from the Midwest Region Convention that's coming up in May, we would be able to send that to a central location, and then they would take those and bring them to the next convention that was, for instance, in a Surfliner convention in California. They would show up at the company store there, and then we would have an opportunity to sell our cars, but they don't do that anymore, unfortunately. It got to be very, very difficult to probably shipping costs.
If we had any leftovers, and I don't expect we will, we could sell them at a swap meet table when we were there for our division NMRA table.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, let's say we had 4 left over.
Yeah,
We could sell them maybe the next time we're at a swap meet.
yeah, good idea. Okay, so under publications, the president's car is in the magazine. The bulletin is in the magazine. And then if you have your email address on file, like we hope you do, you would also get these e-bulletins. You would get a dispatch in the email. You would get the turntable. Those kind of things show up in your email about once a
I
month.
get those. Yeah.
Beg pardon? What'd you say, Jim?
Oh, I just say, I get those. I think I get the turntable. I get
Yeah,
e-bulletins.
yep.
I get the bulletins. I don't know about
Yeah, you should be able to get those.
dispatch. I'm not certain about.
Yeah, the dispatch, we'll just click on that for a minute. The latest one out was this
that's-
one.
It's pretty recent.
Yeah, it's not, it's usually just a
February.
short blurb, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Where Christina is leaving, so we got a dispatch about
Oh,
that.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, right. So. The old bulletins, if you look at these, you go back to the 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. If you want to read the very first bulletin that came out with the NMRA, it's right here online. So it was interesting reading. I think I had a little bit of information about this in my article in the Form 19 newsletter.
You didn't have an article in that
History.
edition?
I did not have an article in this edition. No, I didn't start till a little bit later. Let's see here. I've got myself screwed up. Oh, there we go. No,
Sure.
Yeah,
Document page.
you got the tabs down.
yeah,
You don't want that.
let me get this out of here. I think I have to deny this. Well, I've lost my,
It's right up in the center. Go up.
oh, here?
No, down. There you go. You see?
Oh.
No.
Oh, that is not,
Whoops.
that was
took
not
us
the
to
thing to
Zoom.
do.
We lost it, but it was right below where you clicked.
Yeah,
There's
Sorry
Dan.
about-
Dan's back.
sorry about that.
See where it says NMRA magazine, 30s and 40s?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I see what I did wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to get here. Okay, thank you.
You
All
bet.
right, and I can go back to here, and I should be back online. Okay, thank you, Greg.
You're
I
welcome.
I missed that X.
Yeah.
And you say Dan is here?
Yep.
Yep, Dan's here.
Oh,
I don't hear him. Oh, he's on mute, but
oh, hey, Dan. Wave. Oh, he can't. That's a picture. Okay,
that's just a photo of him. So he's probably
Yeah,
on
all
a
right.
phone or something. I don't know.
okay. All right,
There
so
you
publications, like we talked about the things you get in the emails or the turntable, the dispatch, the e-bulletins, the president's car, they are also in the magazine, but if you're not a magazine subscriber, you can find all this stuff on the homepage or your member page. Let's go to the digital magazine. And like I mentioned before, the digital magazine is run by a third-party browser system or app. It's called Zenio Apps. Here's their website. All right. There's some information about how to create your login for this website so you can see all the digital magazines. Here's some videos to help you figure out how to do that. I'm going to show you. It's actually a lot easier than going through all this stuff. So digital magazine access, any browser on any device. I have it on my phone and on my computer. So you would just click on this, right? And here is some information about what is on the digital magazine access. There's, you can explore, you could take a look at, explore means exactly that. You're not going to see the magazine. You're going to explore the magazine. So if I want to hit this right here and, whoops, excuse me. I think it,
Bad
I
gateway.
think it's not there yet because of it's too new, February 2024. This gives you some idea of the magazines that are available, but they're all out there. So what you'll want to do is at the very top, and this was in my PowerPoint presentation, at the very top of this page of, remember now we're on Zeno's site, you see shop, explore, and my library, right? To actually get to the magazines, you want to hit my library right here, right? Now, again, there's a separate sign up sheet, and we went over that on the PowerPoint presentation, so that'll be earlier in the video. There was a separate sign up sheet for the digital magazine. Once you do that, then the next time you go, you'll hit the sign in page, which is, it looks like this. And both of those screens are in the PowerPoint presentation. Again, my email address, you can use the same one you used for the NMRA member login. So it's already filled in for me. I can hit that. I've created a new password for the digital magazine. I would hit sign in, and now I'm going to see a new row of tabs right here. The original was shop, explore, and my library, but now I'm into my library. So I got magazines, I got bookmarks, and I got archive. So if I want to read the November issue, I just click on that, and here it is. And I think that Rod asked, or someone asked, does the entire issue show up? Yes, it does. Complete with advertising. It's just like reading the magazine that you get in the mail. Everything is there. Right?
Chuck, I have a question. Is there a cost to go into this third-party site?
Nope, not
No?
for us. The NMRA is paying for it as
Okay.
part of the as part of your membership. So if you're the category of getting the magazine in the mail, you probably don't need this unless you want to throw your magazines away or give them away later. And then you want to get back to this and archive or look at a previous magazine, you would use this. If you're the category of not getting the magazine in the mail, then this is where you want to go to read it.
A dumb question. Why do they make a third party? I don't know enough about computers.
Oh, because this is, well, first of all, it's a very difficult process to be able to have hundreds and hundreds of magazines on file. And the third party has got a big, gigantic server and hard drives or whatever they're using to store all that data. So it's just like going to Google or Edge or something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, if you want to create your own account with Zenio, you can do that, and you would just go to zeniounlimited.com. I think it's .com on Google, create an account. I think it's $9 and some odd cents a month. And they've got like 5,000 different magazines that they archive for different companies. So
Keep you busy as long as you have eyesight.
yes, right. Yeah, I don't think there's your audio magazine. So down here at the bottom is an arrow that brings the pages back up, right? If you want to go to a particular page, just click on it, click the down arrow, and then you can see that page, right? Let's go back to my library. Again, those are all the magazines that are available online besides the bulletins from previous years. If you go to bookmarks, or let me do archive first, right? If I go to archive, you'll see that I've archived 2 magazines for this presentation. I archived the February 2024 magazine, which just came out, right? So if I click on that, now I can see that magazine. Okay, here it is, February 2024. I can go over here to the cover page, get rid of my my list of pages, and there's the cover page for the magazine. Or I can go here and look through here and find an article I want to read about. Just click on that. There's a Surfliner event or something that's happening in the Surfliner. Again, I can just click over here. This will take me back to the library. Up here is a number of things. I could print this page. I believe right now it prints 2 pages at a time when you hit print. Here's the contents of this magazine is, I can bring that up with using this one. I can enlarge the screen. I can change PDF
It's
a
the
page.
facing page, the facing pages
Yeah,
print. Yeah, that's why it's facing
Yeah,
pages in the magazine.
yeah. You could, let me go back to, oh, that was already there, excuse me. The bulletin, it's in every magazine. That's the bulletin is one of the last parts of the magazine you get in the mail. Back to the library. If you want to archive a particular magazine, let's just say for some reason you want to archive the March 2023 issue, you bring that up and you can read it, okay? Or you can go back to the library and where was March 2020? Oh, right here. You see the little dots? The little dots next to that, it says view the article list or archive the issue. So if I wanted to add that to my archive library, you'll see it's down here. It says this item is successfully archived, right? So if I go back to archive here, now I've got 3 magazines archived instead of just 2. So now when I want to just go to my archive library, I bring that up and the March issue shows back up again. So if you want to just say you just want to archive 4 or 5 magazines for later reading, that's really easy to do. Go back to the library again. Now bookmarks, that's the one in the middle here. We'll just click a magazine here just for a drill. And I'll show you what happens when you bookmark something. SIG Spotlight. All right, modular signal systems. Right. If I want to bookmark this page for future reading, this little symbol right up here on the right-hand side or the left-hand side is my bookmark symbol. So if I click that, all right, it should bookmark it. Now, if I go back to my library and I go to bookmarks and I forget which one
There, that's it. Or,
was it this one?
mm,
I forget which one we did.
it might be, but you'd have to expand it to, for me to see. pretty small.
Oh, that was bookmarked.
That's not it.
That's not it. I'm
No,
sorry,
that's-
I didn't
good.
pay much attention to what we were
I
bookmarked.
think it's the one on the far left, isn't it? Left upper corner, is that it?
You might be right. Jim.
No, oh, well, yeah, I don't know, it might be it.
Well, it's there.
No, that was a different one. It wasn't.
You can,
That
when you
was-
go back there, it'll say when you archived it, I think, if you hover over it,
That helps.
or when you bookmarked it.
Oh,
See, you
added?
Yeah.
Added, there you go.
Added 215. Maybe I didn't add it correctly.
Or maybe you need to refresh the
214.
page.
Well,
Maybe
this
if you
is-
reload it or something.
This is 217. It's not
Let me
there.
go back. Let me go try that again. Okay. Go back to
It's not
magazine.
there.
We were down here. We'll just bookmark a different one.
We'll really have nice cover shots on that magazine.
I beg your pardon?
Really have nice cover shots on the
Oh, yeah, they
magazine.
do. Yeah. All right. So I
They're really good.
bookmarked mail card. Let's see if I can get back to this. Well, it's not working.
Yeah, I think you got to reload or something.
Oh, maybe. I didn't have any trouble with this yesterday.
Try right clicking on it and click and reload the page.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, you got a million.
Yeah, maybe that's what I've got going here. You're right. I got a million things going on. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. It just opens a new page every time you click one of those, I think.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do this. Yeah, that's another thing. I can use the mouse to expand or contract the size. I can use this arrow here and make it bigger. You know, it's probably a bad thing to do.
This is Rod. Chuck, I have a question. Once you've done this, can you download one of these archived things to your desktop? Or is it secure information?
I don't believe you can download the whole magazine. I believe you can do a PDF of a page or two and then
Okay.
print those.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's the way it works. And I don't know why I'm not getting my bookmarks here like I should be. That does not make sense to me. Date added.
Added.
I don't know why we're not
Um,
seeing it. And I apologize for that. I will have to find out and do an addendum to the to the presentation. We should be able to see those bookmarks being added. Anyway, that's how you're supposed to be able to do it. So let's just see why that's not happening. I don't want to take time to try to troubleshoot this, but it's supposed to be able to do that easily by just clicking. Oops, get rid of this. Clicking this.
There it is.
Something worked that time.
Definitely did that time.
And so
There
there
it
is.
it is. I probably didn't click it correct.
That's right.
Right in the
It probably
middle of the bookmark.
just didn't light up.
Yeah, it didn't light up.
Before.
Yeah. So we did bookmark this particular page. And so it does work. I thought maybe my system quit working for some reason, but it did work. So if we go back to here and we look at the bookmarks, we do see something from the 17th, which is today. Okay. So
Yep.
that was probably just me not clicking it in the correct place. So you can bookmark, I mean, you can archive an entire magazine, or you can bookmark an article. If I wanted to print this article, I would go up here and hit the print button, or if I could, let's see, I think it was this one. I can create a PDF of that article and send it off somewhere, that type of thing. So,
Hmm.
so that's the digital library. Again, initially it's up here. You would enter your library by clicking on My Library, and then you would get these three new tabs and start reading your library. So,
Hmm.
I want to go back to here. There. All right, so to get back to the NMRA website, remember I'm on a different website right now. So if I want to go back to the NMRA website, I would start a new browser back. And I'm back to the homepage of the NMRA. So again, you can get back into your member area, log in, and now I'm in the member info area. So you got today we covered 3 websites. We covered the website that the public sees, we covered the website or website portion that the member sees, and we covered the website that you would look at digital magazines. So I think that's all I intended to cover today. I know it was rather quick. But
That's great.
I want you to
Thanks.
see that there's a ton of stuff
Very helpful.
out on the NMRA website that I think majority of the members are not seeing. And
Right. Yeah, it's a little, it takes a little know-how to get to a lot of that stuff. So that's a great program, Chuck. Thanks for presenting that.
And
yeah,
putting-
you're welcome. And I didn't cover all the ins and outs, but a little bit of poking around and you can find a lot more information.
Yeah.
And I did not cover the forum under Discord, but
Yeah. So Discord, I use Discord a little bit. It's it is a platform that is typically used by gamers to share hints in that sort of thing for various video games, and it's set up so that I used it when I was doing music on Twitch.
oh,
And a lot of gamers use Twitch as well as a platform to be able to watch other people play video games. Started to get popular during the pandemic. So it's a little kludgy to use, frankly, and so we'll see how that goes. But I don't think the participation on that has been what folks expected. It's kind of a nerdy place to be. So I'm a nerd, so I was there.
yeah. Yeah, a
Greg,
lot of places have these forums, and the NMRA decided to use Discord for theirs. So
The good news is it's free.
yeah,
But,
it's free, and as Rod asked, our magazine archive is free as well. So that's very, very handy. I don't know whether people are using the one for trains.com. I quit all of my Combach publications because I can now that does cost, I think it's $80 or something a year, but it gives you 5 of their model railroad magazines. And all the kind of videos and so forth at trains.com. So I don't have to get the magazines in the mail. And they will send you an email every time they have an update to one of their magazines. And it's just like this. They do have the advantage that you can download the entire magazine and put it on your computer. I haven't figured out a way to do that with the NMRA magazine. It looks to me like you can only copy or PDF a couple pages at a time, I could be wrong. If anybody knows different about that, please let me know. And we can make a correction to the clinic in the comments or something.
Sure. Jim, did you have a question?
Yeah, Greg, you're going to send out a note to the folks on our mailing list that this is being recorded, this has been recorded, and you're going to add it to our website. Is that right?
Yes.
Good, because I know there's going to be some people who'd really like to read this and weren't here today.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean,
And-
they'd like to see it, not read it. They'd like to see it. Got me
Yeah.
reading magazines.
Right. So hopefully this gives you some insight on what's available at the NMRA website and things that you probably don't think about as being available. So
Right. Right. Well, great job, Chuck. Thanks for
Thank
doing that.
you.
Yeah, I'll edit out the beginning where we were all just getting together, but then this will be up on the YouTube channel in our directory. So that should happen today or tomorrow. And of course, we're doing our Thursday nights, and I think everybody here is well aware of our convention coming up in May. So we don't need to talk any more about that today. But thanks everybody for coming. And
Okay.
we'll
Great
see you
presentation.
Thursday.
Thanks, Chuck.
you're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Alan, you get your power supply fixed?
Sort of.
Sort of.
I
Okay.
got it up and running with the power supply I borrowed from John Hansky,
Okay.
and everything checked out. So I just got to get some more parts.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll look forward to being at your house soon.
You bet.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Have a
Thank you,
great
gentlemen.
Saturday.
Appreciate your help.
Thank you, Chuck. Bye-bye now.
You guys later. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.